So, with the new DLC in the main series game, we got access now to new Mega Pokemon that are very likely going to eventually make their way into Pokemon Go. And today we want to take a look on how strong they're going to be. And there are quite a few of them, and this video took a ton of time to prepare, so I would really appreciate if you could leave a like on this video as you can start into it. But of course, if you are playing the DLC and you haven't finished it yet, and if you want to play the DLC still in the future and you don't want to get spoilers, then don't go ahead further than, this point, because we're going to take a look now at all of the new Mega Pokemon that are coming up for the DLC and eventually in Pokemon Go. So hopefully you enjoy. First one, Absol Z. This Pokemon is going to be a new Absol Mega Evolution that's going to gain the Ghost typing as well. This is going to be a very, very nice attacker. It's going to be stronger than the normal Absol in terms of the attack that it has. And it's still not going to be a good Pokemon, generally speaking. It's not going to be able to destroy the meta generally for either the Mega Master League, which you, by the way, see on the right side, the battle ranking for this. On the left side, you just see the stats of this Pokemon at level 50. We see only 4000 CP. It's just the general thing with Absol. The stats are missing. But honestly, this Pokemon looks absolutely fantastic. Like, look at how the design is. I love it. Honestly, it's such a cool design. But yeah, Mega Absol Z is not going to be that great, but it's going to be an interesting Pokemon still. It has the Ghost and Dark type, basically the same as a Mega Sableye would have, as well as coverage in terms of the candy bonuses that you can have. By the way, I've seen as well that apparently there is a new Mega level coming up as well. We don't know on what's going to happen there, but I saw in the code that there's like a new Mega level coming up. So basically on how we have like the new Friendship level soon, we're going to have a new Mega level soon with more bonuses that you can unlock as well for the Mega evolutions, which is kind of cool. Next up, a Pokemon that was actually introduced already in a trailer previously, which was Baxcalibur. This Mega Pokemon is going to be quite strong. This Pokemon is going to be absolutely meta. Like, this is going to be one of those pseudo-legendary Pokemon that's going to dominate. Like, this is going to be already the reduced stats because this Pokemon got over a certain CP level that I had to kind of apply, I think, a 9% debuff rule onto it. I had to calculate all the values myself, by the way. They should be all correct. I made myself like a calculator ages ago, but this still all works out fine. So this should be all still correct. This should be the stats that Baxcalibur is going to have in-game as soon as the Mega is going to drop, and it's going to be a top Mega here with 6300 CP. This Pokemon is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's very, very strong also, like in the game itself. It's one of the strongest Mega Pokemon that you can have. This is not even looking that much different compared to the non-Mega evolved Pokemon, but it's going to be super, super strong. I kind of find it funny how it's like a sword in the middle of it, like you have the handle on the bottom, like the blade on top. It's an interesting Pokemon, but yeah, Baxcalibur is most likely one of the most interesting one out of all of the Mega Pokemon that are going to get added, as it's a still legendary getting the Mega Evolution, and it's a very, very strong version of it now. Chimecho is going to be next. This thing is going to also already been revealed. This is going to have a type change, going to be Psychic Steel, like Bronzong, and it's going to not even get to 4000 CP. So like for PvP, it's not going to be that important. But again, every kind of new type combination, like here, there's no other Psychic and Steel Mega Evolution as far as I know. There are not that many Pokemon anyway that are Psychic and Steel. They're all going to be cool for like certain events where you can want to have candy bonuses. You can use them then to Mega Evolve them. And of course, if there's like your fellow Chimecho lover out there, they're going to be very happy. I actually know someone who has Chimecho as their favorite Pokemon, and I was able to trade them a shiny Chimecho as a hundo, like a shundo at the end of day at a regional tournament, so shout out to you. You most likely enjoyed Chimecho with that update here now as well, but generally speaking, it's not something you need to focus on for raids or for PvP for the Mega Master Leagues. Crabominable is going to be a bit more interesting for especially raids. This Pokemon is going to be a new fighting type Mega, as well of course Ice type, but only has a fighting type Fast Move and Rock Smash. And then you have Brick Break and Ice Punch. The issue for this Pokemon is mainly the moveset. This can still change until this Pokemon gonna get released. The thing is as well, with the recent new Mega Evolutions getting added into the game for the raid days, there's always a new move being added on top of them as well. We had it with Lucario, we had it with the Metagross. This is something that they seem to continue, so I would assume for all of the new Megas that are coming up now in the future, we're always gonna get like a new move added towards them for the raid days as well, which is going to give them a little bit more play, which definitely Crabominable going to need, because otherwise this Pokemon is going to struggle a little bit. But the set itself is not that bad. 4500 CP for a Mega Evolved Fighting type Pokemon is really not bad. Like, this Pokemon is going to be good. Is it going to be as good as other Fighting type Megas? Absolutely not. There's going to be another one even on the list that's going to outclass it by a lot for sure already. So, Crabominable is just more for fun, but looks kind of cool. You see on top right there. interesting Pokemon. Mega Darkrai. I actually haven't seen like an actual scan of this Pokemon yet. This is the only picture that I saw on top right there. It looks crazy. But is it crazy in Pokemon Go? Not really. Darkrai is kind of, I don't know, it's like the stats themselves. This is like the issue with like the earlier generation Pokemon. They all try to still have like a similar power level, and then they decide like starting generation 6, I think, kind of more to like actually generation 5, the end of generation 5, to really power creep. And Darkrai just never got to the end of it. And as every Mega Pokemon only gets 100 extra points, this Pokemon never really received anything solid for that. Like, yeah, 5,500 CP is not that bad, but you have a bad moveset, and you just don't have great stats still within those CP. It's okay attack, has alright defense, but like it's has a very low stamina, for example, as well. It's not the strongest Pokemon by any means, but yeah, Mega Darkrai, still interesting thing here. Again, it needs an update, but again, as soon as this Pokemon gets released, I assume you're gonna get Dark Void onto it, and then you can talk about a completely different Pokemon. Stat-wise, it's not that bad, but it's also, like Baxcalibur, for example, is stronger than Mega Darkrai, which is kind of mad. Like, this is something that is also going to be the case in the main series game. Like, in the in-game, basically, I know for the main series games, they all still need to get, like, abilities, which are not a thing in Legends CA, so that's going to be interesting as soon as it's going to be available outside of Legends CA, because a lot of Mega Evolutions actually change their ability. Garchomp Z. This is going to be an interesting Pokemon here as well. This Pokemon is going to be just being a pure Dragon-type Pokemon. It is not going to have the Ground typing anymore, and compared to the current Mega that's already available, this Garchomp is just worse. Just worse than the other Mega Garchomp. I don't know why and how. This Pokemon got a ton of speed, basically. It's like 150 speed, which you don't have with the other Garchomp, and it just doesn't, like, speed doesn't translate very well in Pokemon Go. It doesn't really have a lot of impact. It's like a stat that's kind of in the calculation formula kind of wasted. So that's the main reason why Garchomp here itself is alright. It has a very similar attack compared to the other Dragon type, for the other Mega Garchomp, but all the the defense is quite a bit lower. I think the attack is still a little bit lower, and then you just give up another secondary type that could hit for stab damage as well. So Garchomp Z is very likely not going to be stronger than the other Garchomp that's already in the game. Glimmora, not even released in Pokemon Go yet, gets a Mega Evolution as well. There's quite a few more Pokemon that are not released in Pokemon Go yet that got Mega Evolution as well here. But Glimmora, a Rock and Poison type Pokemon, actually quite an interesting Pokemon. It doesn't have the greatest moveset currently in Pokemon Go, with Smackdown, Power Gem, and Sludge Wave as the best moveset. It's a cool type though, I like it. It's of course the Nihilego type, but it's going to be a Pokemon that definitely needs an upgrade as well in order to be solid. Needs a better fast move, maybe even a cheaper charge move. But Glimmora needs to be released in Pokemon Go first, so this Pokemon will very likely not be available anytime soon as a Mega. Golisopod though is going to be already available, and this Pokemon is going to change its type as well. It's going to be a Bug and Steel type Pokemon, which is going to be the same as like Scizor and whatever, but it's going to have insane stats. Honestly, like, the stats of this Pokemon look kind of crazy. It has a lot of defense, as you can see as well, some solid attack. I do think this Pokemon is going to have a lot of play. And I find it kind of funny because this Pokemon had Metal Claw in Pokemon Go for the entire time as far as I know. So like kind of foreshadowing there. But Golisopod very likely going to be one of the stronger Mega Pokemon that you can get. Don't know if it's going to have that much impact, but it has a very nice defensive typing with only the weakness to fire, and a lot of offensive coverage as well with the Fear Cutter as well as the Extra still. It's going to be an interesting Pokemon. I think it's going to be a very solid Pokemon, even for the Mega Master League, and also then for raids as well. It's going to be very, very solid. And it looks also kind of cool. It's now like part steel. Golurk, on the other hand, it's going to get up to 4,600 CP. That's kind of cool. Ghost Ground is kind of alright as well. The types are okay. Could be a cool Ghost type Mega. Like, don't get me wrong, it could definitely be a very cool Ghost type Mega, actually. Like, I think it's going to be alright. I do think it's going to be an okay Pokemon to run. There are not that many good Ghost type Megas. Like, the best is, I guess, the Gengar, most likely, if I don't forget any of them. So, like, for that reason, like, Golurk could have some potential, even as a ground type Mega. It's going to be an okay Pokemon, I think. It's going to be a very interesting Pokemon. Yeah, make your, like, put your Golurk ready there as well. Like, get your 100% Golurk. I think it's going to be an important Pokemon to have. But let's move on to the next one. We have another legendary Pokemon, Mega Heatran. This Pokemon is going to get a Mega Evolution as well. It looks kind of cool. I've seen actually like some videos towards this Pokemon already as well. And it's going to be a very solid Pokemon to run. As we will see here, Heatran is going to be able to... Sorry, actually had the wrong slides in there for the Heatran. Now we have the Mega version here. And as you can see, this Pokemon is actually going to be amazing. Has great CP, needs 6,000. Even if you actually get the, the best buddy bonus onto this Pokemon, you're going to get over 6,000 CP on the Heatran. I think it's going to be even available as a Shadow Raid, so definitely maybe try to get yourself a good one because it's going to be absolutely worth it. Heatran is going to be super strong. It's a Pokemon that has access to some great moves here as well, and it's going to have a great type as well, especially for the Mega Master League, but also for raids it's going to be very solid with a great attack stat as well. Going to be a very good fire type attacker there. Most likely the best fire type Mega attacker. I don't think there's anything that could really be better. Groudon has a fire typing, but doesn't have a good fire type fast move, so Heatran definitely kind of steals the show here. Worth it, absolutely. And this is the best, well, like the better fighting type Mega. I think it's the best fighting type Mega. It's Mega Lucario Z. This Pokemon is going to be more attack weighted than the other Lucario. It doesn't have as much defense as the other Lucario Mega, but has a bit more attack, and this is all that you kind of care about a lot of times in raids. You want to do as much damage as possible, and Lucario Mega Z is absolutely going to be the better one to go for. In this kind of case, it's in the main series game super special attack weighted, and a lot of speed has its Pokemon as well, which is going to help out a bit the attack stat here as well. And 314 overall attack stat is amazing. Of course, Gas Cannon, absolute Gas Cannon here, but it's going to have a lot of damage output as well with the charge moves that it already learns. So Lucario is going to be a good Pokemon to pick up. Magearna, not in Pokemon Go yet, and the reason, like the issue here as well is it doesn't have a moveset. And here you see still on what this Pokemon can do. As a Mega, it's going to get close to 6,000 CP with the best typing in the game with Steel and Fairy, so it's absolutely going to be a top Pokemon to Mega Evolve, but we don't know the moveset yet. This Pokemon hasn't been released yet in the game. I assume we will see it very soon though, but we haven't really heard anything towards that. It should be kind of released, I don't know, like it should be kind of released anytime soon because like, I know Magearna is such a good Pokemon. It's kind of a mythical still of the earlier generations, but then again, we don't even have Manaphy yet in Pokemon Go, so that's kind of a bit of an issue as well. Meowstic. Meowstic is going to be cool as well. Just pure Psychic though. It's not going to be a good Pokemon. We can kind of glance over it. It's kind of funny though because I like the design of this Pokemon. Like that's the only thing that goes for it. It's like the design for it. The rest kind of is quite a bit bad, but that is what it is. We can move on to the next Pokemon. Raichu Y, which is going to be one of two Raichus. There's another Raichu coming up as well with Raichu X, and Raichu Y is going to be a very much attack weighted Pokemon, very solid there. It's an okay electric type Mega. I think they're better electric type Megas. Maybe actually Manectric is currently the strongest. It could be kind of be on par there, but it's not that crazy generally speaking. But still, fun Pokemon. I think it's cool, going to be cool. But what about the Raichu X? I think it was at least the Raichu X. Could be also that I changed names, but I'm fairly certain this is kind of the right way around. We're going to see here that the Raichu X is just worse. It's just worse. It just has like a bit more bulk, but it has way less attack, and so it's way worse in order, like in compared to the other one. So I wouldn't go with this Pokemon. I would go for the Raichu Y if I was you. This makes 0 sense to go for the Raichu X. This Pokemon is just straight up worse. I wish that they just gave Raichu X like a typing of like fighting or something, because it kind of looks like it, but they're all pure electric. I feel like it's kind of a bit of a waste opportunity to make this Pokemon a bit more unique. Scovillain. This Pokemon is also not in Pokemon Go yet, but actually learns to move a Leafage, which is kind of cool, which is a very good move. But the issue is for this Pokemon itself, the stats of it is so bad that it doesn't have any play as a Mega at all. Like this is just going to be a Dex filler Mega. I kind of like though the non-Mega form. I think it's going to have some potential in PvP, but the Mega form actually is really bad. So yeah, don't need to really care too much about this Pokemon. Don't think there's a move that's going to make this better because you don't even hit 4000 CP here or the Mega Evolution. Staraptor is going to be next. This Pokemon is going to get actually an extra fighting typing now instead of the normal type, so it does change type as a Mega. And with this, it's going to have double stab on close combat as well as the Brave Bird, which is kind of cool. But as you're going to see as well, it doesn't have the craziest CP with 4382. It's not the best. If it gets a better fast move though, it could be kind of cool. If it gets Drill Peck or something, it could be kind of cool. I think it learns Drill Peck. I hope it learns Drill Peck. Maybe it doesn't. It should learn Drill Peck at least. But currently, it kind of lacks a little bit on something at least, but it's still an interesting Pokemon, and Staraptor getting a Mega Evolution is always kind of cool. I like it looks really cool in game, by the way. I played the DLC for a little bit yesterday. It looks really cool in game. Tatsugiri is going to get 3 different Mega Evolutions that all do the exact same, just different kind of Tatsugiri in the middle, depending on which one you Mega Evolve. It's, yeah, 3 times Sushi. And this Pokemon is just going to get up to 4200 CP here. It is not going to have any play. It needs a new fast move anyway. It needs Dragon Breath, which would learn as well. I don't know why we never gave it this move. But Tatsugiri needs quite a bit of a meta update in order to be solid. This Pokemon right now is not solid at all. And so, yeah, this is going to be something that we can kind of glance over. But Tatsugiri Mega exists. And the final one is going to be Zeraora, which was actually announced already beforehand. And I think at the current time, nobody knows how to find it in the game itself. Zeraora itself isn't in Pokemon Go yet, but the stats are and also the moves are. And so we can take a look at this here. It gets up to 5500 CP and has a pure electric type moveset currently. If it gets a bit more coverage, this Pokemon would be actually absolutely amazing. And this is going to be by far the best electric type Mega Pokemon that you can run. And this is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then. Bye bye.